everything's fine. All right, so let's get started. Urban Coffee, second episode. 2 days in a row. That's a good one for me. So grab yourself a coffee because we got some amazing products we need to showcase. Oh yeah, let me shut you up real quick. WhatsApp. Yeah, you're gone. What about this one? Let me put everything on mute so we can talk undisturbed. And so, what do we have for today? We want to talk microphones because yesterday I had done the unboxing of the Rodecaster Pro 2, and I watched that video afterwards, and sometimes I was talking about the Rodecaster, then I was talking about the Procaster. You know, the names are not that easy. But anyway, today we're talking about the Procaster, the microphone that I was talking into yesterday. This is the microphone right here. Where is it? This is the Rode Procaster. And I bought it used on German's Craigslist, if you want to call it like that. eBay Kleinanzeigen. I don't know if you guys have that in the US. But yeah, I bought it used for $100 because I wanted to have one. And because I also wanted to compare with my actual microphone that I'm using right now, which is the Shure SM58. Don't get confused about the housing. This is just a 3D printed housing I got from Caleb at DSLR Video Shooter because he released an awesome model that you can 3D print yourself, or you can send them to a 3D printing shop and print the housing yourself. You put in the Shure SM58 or the Behringer, I don't know what it's called, XO50, like the cheapest Behringer dynamic microphone that you can buy. But it also fits the Shure SM57, which I also have. But anyway, so this is the Shure SM58. We're going to switch in just a minute to the Rode Procaster and talk about why I bought it and why do I think it sounds even better than the Shure SM7B, which is the standard microphone for podcasting. But first of all, let me hook this microphone up, let's just have a look first. Yeah, so this is the microphone, and it says Rode Procaster down here. You have a mount. This microphone does come with a shock mount, but you know, this microphone is already big as it is. I don't think I want to use it with a shock mount because it gets even clunkier, and I don't like that. Made in Australia, if that's of any interest for you, and you have this mount which you can put it on a tripod or a mic stand. And by the way, I noticed that some YouTubers think that they need to talk into here, which is of course wrong. You need to talk into here because the capsule is pointed like this and not like this. And some people do get confused because if you look at the Rode NT1A, this one you can talk into the front like this, but that's a condenser microphone. This is a dynamic microphone, and as far as I know, most dynamic microphones do have the talk into the front, like into the tube itself. So this is the microphone. It's pretty heavy, but I like it because it feels doesn't give you that cheap feeling. You know, I'm a bit old, so I need things to be heavy, so I know that I paid top dollar for for a good quality product. So this is the microphone itself, and I'm gonna mount it into my second mic arm that I have here. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp or throw up. I don't know. Let me switch over to the Restream dashboard. All right. Yeah, this is the microphone. Let me put it on the mic stand now. Excuse me. So. we're gonna put this one on the mic stand, and then we're gonna take a look at the frequency response and stuff like that. So it's a cardioid pattern. So it picks things up from the front, and that's about it. You have no option to switch patterns or stuff like that. It's just plain simple. Microphone stands is a bitch. Excuse my language, but I saw a podcastage the other day, and he was talking about something that it's like a quick clip for the microphone. You just mount the quick clip underneath, and you just pull the microphone off. You have like 5 of them, and you have like a quick access. If you want to change microphones, I think I'm going to buy it at some point. But for now, the microphone is now ready. Let me check focus real quick, because I need to focus. This is my Bluetooth app, which I use to focus the Blackmagic Pocket 6K. Just move over here, and let's see. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So I'm in focus now. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have the microphone set up, let me switch over to the Rode Procaster to see the difference between this and the Shure SM58. By the way, I have no processing on. This is just a plain audio as it comes out of the Scarlett 2i2 3rd gen, and I'm turning off the Shure SM58 right now. And now you're listening to the Rode Procaster, which you hear the plosives very good, like please bring pizza pronto. And we have a hack for that. I'm going to try it out right now in the stream, on the stream, because I bought, where is it? I bought this foam cover, but it looks, it's, you saw it yesterday, right? It doesn't look good. So what I'm thinking is to cut some of this, foam off and put it inside. But first of all, let's talk about some technical stuff. Like, let's go over to the internet and take a look at, not now. And don't forget to drink coffee. Chat. Okay. The Rode Procaster frequency response. Let me just put this one in, add a scene, and of course it's gone. Let me switch it to studio mode so I can do stuff without switching scenes. Okay. And we need a window capture browser. Could have done this beforehand, but I got stuff to do, man. Okay. Preparation is key, I know. Fit to screen. Alright, this is good. And now let's switch over to the browser. So let's take a look at this. So you have, like I said, the frequency response over here, and you have the cardioid pattern, which picks up only from the front, and you have like a dip around 20 hertz to 100 hertz, and you have like a small boost up in the 8,000 hertz. So this is why I bought the microphone in the first place, because if you listen to the, what is it called, the Shure SM7B, which I don't have lying around to compare to. I know it's a bummer, but yeah. I'm not living off YouTube, man. I can't buy stuff like every day. So anyway, I can't compare it to the Shure SM7B, but I can assure you that it's not that big of a difference, because they're priced not similarly, but they're positioned very similarly, like it's a dynamic microphone. And this is the reason why I bought it, because of this dip here around 8,000 hertz, and this the boost around 8,000 hertz and the boost around 150 hertz, because this gives you like a more dynamic sound than the Shure SM7B, which sounds pretty boring if you ask me. Of course, you can add like a couple of things like a compressor and equalizer, but if you're just looking for a microphone to plug into your Scarlett, for example, I think this is the better microphone for me because of the boost. It sounds more dynamic. It sounds more podcasty, more it has more crisp to it than the Shure SM7B. Now, I am going to buy the Shure SM7B at some point in my life just to have it, to compare it, because it is the industry standard for podcast and radio for some reason. And but I saw Podcastage, and he compared these microphones, these exact microphones, and I liked the sound of the Procaster better, and it was cheaper at the same time. So it was a no-brainer for me that I need to get this microphone. And comparing it to the Shure SM50H, which again is pretty similarly to the Shure SM7B, I think they're not in the same category, but I think I just think this one sounds better. That's my opinion. But we'll have to wait. I'm going to have to do my own research and testing to see if that's true, and what I can do with the whole stuff. So what else do we have here? It's a polar pattern, cardioid. It has a frequency range from 75 hertz to 18,000 hertz. You have an output impedance of 320 ohm. You have a sensitivity of minus 56 dB, and you have a weight of about 700 grams. This is a XLR microphone, in case you didn't know. This is not USB. So yeah, this is the Rode Procaster, and what we're going to do now is switch over again to the Shure SM7B, which again is pretty similar to the SM7B. And now you're listening to the Shure SM58. What do you think? I think the plosives are better on this one because I do have the foam from the Shure SM7B. Plosive, Peter Piper Pecker, please bring pizza pronto. I got that one from Podcastage, I'm sorry. I'm not original, I know, but who cares? So this is the Shure SM58, and what we're going to do now is take this microphone off again, unscrew the top cap, and cut some foam out and see if that fixes it. It's a live video, so I'm hoping to do something with it. And yeah, so let me get my scissors. Let's move over to the top view over here. So I have my scissors and my foam, and I'm just gonna cut like a small piece out of the foam out. So you basically have this piece of foam, which I'm gonna put. I'm gonna unscrew this top cap and put it over there. Let me refocus. Okay, so focus is there. So I'm just going to unscrew the top cap. I saw this in a video, and they mentioned that you have some spare space inside where you can put some additional foam. So this is the top cap, and this is the foam that's already inside. And by the way, I bought this used. I know I told you before, but I love buying used equipment, especially microphones, because you can't do that much wrong with it. So I have an extra piece of foam over here. I'm just going to screw it on top. Let's see if... Okay. And let's see if that helps. Let's move over to the front camera. And I'm going to mute the Shure SM58. And we're back on the Rode Procaster. This is handling noise without the shock mount. And this is me hitting my table. Okay, and let's do the plosive test right now since we tuned it. Like, that was pretty quick. So, bring pizza, please, pronto, Peter, Piger, Pitcher podcast. You know, that's about it, you know. You tell me, because I'm going to have to listen to it afterwards. I don't know, but I hope it does something. It has to, right? I hope it doesn't sound muffled or anything. Just tell me, what do you guys think? Now I have this piece of foam, which I can use to tune, I don't know, other microphones maybe. Yeah, so this is the Rode Procaster with some extra foam on it to test the plosives. What we're going to do now is take my keyboard, which is not a Cherry MX. I'm going to turn it off so we don't do some inputs that we don't want to. So I'm going to just type really loudly on the keyboard to see what it gets. All right, that's about it. And now we're gonna see the off-axis rejections. So this is me talking. Okay, this is me talking into the microphone right in the front, and I'm gonna move over to the side to see how that sounds. The off-axis rejection. Now I'm about 90 degrees on the one side, and again moving to the other side. This is me talking into the left side of it at a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna turn this microphone over to see how it sounds from the rear. So this is the microphone, how it sounds from the rear. You're probably not going to use it like this, but it gives you a somewhat of an example of the reverb rejection you can achieve with this microphone. I'm sorry for... Let me just fix this one. Okay, so this is the Rode Procaster. I think it's an amazing sounding mic, especially because of the boost at the low end and the boost and or the presence in the high frequencies. It gives you that radio voice, and you have that proximity effect when I get really close to the microphone and you want to do a radio show, or you can use this for a voiceover, you know. Whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. It picks whatever sound you put in front of it, it picks it up. And this is the proximity effect. And yeah, I've listened to it a couple of times. I think this is an amazing sounding mic. It's a better sounding mic than the pod mic, which I also have to buy at some point. But this is about it for today's stream or video. Let me take one sip of coffee. And finish up the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. This is episode 2 of Urban Coffee. Remember, you're awesome, and I'm out now. Bye.